From the PEP Radio Newsroom, we have this story about Dozy Don. Donald Trump had his first meeting with his so-called Board of Peace in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, but it's not exactly clear whether the president was actually present the whole time. That's because Trump seemed to have a hard time keeping his eyes open during the 3-hour meeting. Of course, that's when Trump wasn't doing his own trademark rambling, weaving about everything from the physical appearance of Representative Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, the Democrat from New York, and Paraguayan President Santiago Peña, to the tragedy of not getting that damn Nobel Peace Prize. Trump's nodding off on Thursday isn't a new thing. He's appeared to doze at several public events over the last few months. Why, last July, Trump had a hard time keeping his eyes open during a televised White House event on making health technology great again. After Trump seemed to fall asleep during a November press meeting, Newsom trolled him, calling him Dozy Don. In early December, Trump appeared barely able to stay awake at 2 different events less than a week apart. President Donald Trump on Thursday said the U.S. will contribute $10 billion to the Board of Peace during a bizarre address at his Club of World Leaders first meeting, what we just finished talking about. Trump made the announcement toward the end of a long, rambling speech as the board, which critics fear will undermine the United Nations and is largely made up of countries run by oppressive and authoritarian leaders, convened in Washington, D.C. The president gave no further details on the funding, such as where the money's coming from and the scope of what it can be spent on. The initial remit of the board, first proposed last September, was to implement Trump's vision for the reconstruction of Gaza following the Hamas-Israel war. But Trump later made clear his intention for the board is to tackle other conflicts worldwide. Wait a minute, don't we have an organization, a united group of nations that works together already on these things? Well, anyway, this Board of Peace is showing how a better future can be built, starting right here in this room. Of course, he didn't mean the PEP Radio Newsroom. Trump said at the Donald J. Trump U.S. Institute of Peace. But it was never called that before he took office. Anyway, it's a building the president recently renamed for himself. Soon we'll be calling it the Trump Ocean. Take your pick as to which one. At this point, the story just gets creepy, and we'll have that in part 2. Come on back for more, folks. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, I'm David Moore.